This is Brian, and welcome back to Final Fantasy X. Ready to finish up Blitzball here with one more match. At least I'm pretty sure that's where we're at. Yep, round 10. We're about ready to get the Jupiter Sigil. Actually, no, I don't want to do any of that. I suppose I can see how many goals I can score against these guys if we get on a good run like I did in the last match. Let's see if Wedge is as overpowering. Might get quite a bit of action with Brother too. I was afraid of that. Well, that probably puts us out of the running for getting quite as many goals as I could have. It doesn't mean I won't be able to get 10 or 12, but yeah. Would have been nice to get one in there at about 30 seconds. Will Brother fall to it too? Nope, he survives. Well, I guess I still got one under a minute at least. And at least for me, it's actually easier to get a quick goal when we start out letting them have the ball, because then we just steal it from them and run it in. Let's see how it works if I just take the tackle from one of them and try to go over the other one. Yeah, probably not. Huh? Okay. If I get the same scenario, I'll try to break the two of them next time. Because their combined stats match up to 23, which is Wedge's endurance number, but it does vary quite a bit sometimes. And he didn't quite get enough of a hand on it that time. We'll get another chance to get it back here, though. Well, no, that's not going to be enough. Always a chance Titus could get it, but not much of one. We should be able to block this pass, though. Let's go to the guy right next to him, just in case it gets mostly blocked. Or it could just get completely blocked. This actually isn't going to turn out to be a high-scoring match overall. At all, I don't think. I mean, I guess I could still get 7 or 8, but it's not going to be over 10, I don't think. Yeah, I might be underestimating it as well, though. If I could get another quick one here, we could still be in the possibility of getting like 10 or so. Depends on this encounter. Okay, well, brother will take this. Should I just let him run it in and try to score? I think I will. Wasn't quite ready to shoot from there yet, so let's take it in a little closer. And uncontested. Normal should be fine. Okay, another good opportunity. Just like that, I'm kind of right back on pace. Just think if they hadn't held the ball for like a minute or two there on that one possession. I think I'm gonna have to break to both of them here. This will give me a chance to see if he can do it. Yeah, not with adding abilities to it, I don't think. Well, he does still have 10. We'll see. Yeah. It was a tall order. I guess in the second half, if I'm in that situation again, I'll just break to one of them and try to get past the other one on the shot, like I did the first time. And plus, he might level up again, so his stats might go up. We'll see what he gets. No level ups for them. Yep. Wedge up to 18, brother up to 14. Sorry, Titus. This isn't your league this time. His endurance did go up, so that'll help a little bit there. Pass and block for brother. Alright, the final time I have to do all this setup for this playthrough. Yeah, I mean, in the past I have played this game, and I've gone through Blitzball quite extensively before and leveled up my characters quite a bit. But I've gotten to the point that since I've done it kind of once like that, I don't really see a need to revisit it. It's as much as it can be entertaining. It's not quite that replayable to me. I mean, like, it's fun enough to get back into it when you do a playthrough and do especially the first tournament you get against the goers, just because that is kind of a tougher matchup considering what you got to go through with it. and what you're limited to for characters and abilities. And they make you do so much to get the Jupiter Sigil. Even with doing it the fast way that I'm doing, there's still quite a bit, so they kind of burn you out on it a little bit, I think. If the league would have been like half as long, maybe, would have been a lot better. Like you could have just played each team once maybe and went with the final score from that. I don't know. I mean, the way they set it up, I'm sure they had their reasons for doing the way they did. And it's still enjoyable. It's just, like I say, it gets to be a little grindy. Okay, if I can avoid the second one here, I think I'll just go ahead and shoot from here. We'll add a venom shot to it. For what that's worth, see if it helps. Well, Jesus. I didn't expect it to be taken from him. Well, he took it back. And he's faster than them, I think, so as long as I avoid the other one at the net here, this should go in. Okay, we got over 3 minutes left with 7 goals, so 10 is easily possible. 13? Probably not. Damn. That newbie's quite the defender here, huh? So is Wedge, though. Okay, this one I should be good for. I'm gonna get Wedge up to damn near level 20 in just this one league. Because if I keep using him so much here, I bet he's gonna be level 19 by the end of it. Here goes another one. Wasn't really paying attention to his point totals for the league so far. I think Titus ended up with like 38 in my last league for his high score. I'll be interested to see where Wedge is going to be at here. Like just in the last 2 games, I mean, it's going to end up with over 20 probably. Well, they got one through. Well, this is probably gonna go to die here. I was trying to coax the defender out with him. I guess I should have just passed it off sooner. Not that it's gonna matter for the overall result, just for my own personal ambitions with trying to score more. Got a chance for another one here yet, brother? Might make it. Yep, here we go. Well, 11's not bad either. Let's see if Wedge got up to level 19. Yep. And brother got up to 15. His shot goes up even more. His attack, block, and endurance all go up. Yeah, pretty good. Still can't get some pass action. Brother, even better for endurance and shot. And better for results for his defense on attack. I think now all of my characters are going to expire because I only hired him for 10. Looks like most of the Al-Bed were expired as well. The Guado Glories hired Boda. Wedge at 37. Well, Titus still at 26. I guess earlier on in the league I was using Titus a lot more. Brother only had 6. Please accept this prize. Obtained Jupiter Sigil. Wedge is the top scorer. Obtained Ether. And now, gives me all my contracts. No. Guess I'll go back to my old job. Someone's got to protect the stadium. What's he gonna say? He doesn't really speak English. Oh, maybe he does. Or else it's translating it, maybe. Whoa. Father will be mad for leaving without telling him. But invite me again. Rob. Go back to the travel agency. Come to the agency next time. Drinks are on me. Cool. I quit being a sailor because I was afraid of the sea, but I play some good blitzball, no? This guy was just sitting on a bench in Luca. I joined you to please my daughter, but it seems that all I could do was try to keep up with you. You did fine. We'll let him go, too. One day I'll be as good as you. Mark my words. Be kind of interested to see if his stats actually get pretty good by the game or if he's just full of it.
We've been through a lot, yeah? And hey, we're not finished yet.
That's right, Waka.
You're count.
Well, first of all,
Here we go!
we're gonna go get Waka's weapon upgraded. It is probably by far my favorite weapon in the game. Just because what it allows Waka to become for me. My main damage dealer. I'm okay with encounters here because I do want to capture. I guess I got my capturing weapons on. Yeah.
Farewell.
Otherwise, Lake Makalania probably wouldn't be the first place I would start with capturing. And the woods here and the lake part there, those enemies do count for the same area as far as capturing. So those ice enemies by the travel agency only show up there, so I will have to go back there to finish capturing all of them. And I did capture some of these when I was doing the butterfly catching game. So at least I don't have to quite get 10 of each. You must offer the Jupiter crest. Complete the ritual? Yes. Yeah, kind of looks like a buzzsaw. Interesting, you can hold that thing without getting hurt. Weapons power has grown. Present other weapons? Yes, but it's going to be the same one. You must offer the Jupiter sigil. Complete the ritual? Yes. Weapon attains its maximum power. Nope, that's it for now. Not gonna put it on yet, but let's look at it. Break damage limit, triple overdrive, double AP, and evade encounter. So, combining that with his attack rails overdrive, that's the way I do it. Oh, I suppose at this point Slayer's probably the best mode to get his, either Slayer or Warrior, I think is what I usually end up with, to get his overdrive gauge filled up quickly. And of course, if you have the Celestial Weapon on, it has the triple overdrive, that helps it to go up even faster. But for now, I'm working on capturing, so we're still going to have the capturing weapons on, so I don't have that triple overdrive. I suppose I'll just keep walking through the woods back and forth here.
Enough.
At least we're strong enough that we can still capture these elementals with one shot for my characters here. Because some of the later areas that have elementals are probably going to be too strong to hit them with one shot, because they're supposed to require magic. I'm not going to pay too much attention to what I'm capturing until I start noticing that we've reached the limit on something.
Farewell.
You're not familiar with the high damage dealing for Waka, the way you do it is the attack reels. If you hit it right, you can get 12 hits from him.
See ya!
And if you have your break damage limit and his strength is high enough, you'll be able to do 99,999 with each hit. So if you got 12 hits with that, he's going to be doing like 1.2 million with that attack. But there are some enemies that certainly have more than that. So it's not like that's the only way to just take things out, but it certainly helps with taking out some pretty strong enemies and getting the grinding for stat maxing done a lot more quickly. Yeah, and I would expect these wasps to be one of the ones that we're done with first here.
Enough.
Anything that can show up 2 at a time. These elementals show up 2 at a time here sometimes too, so yeah, there we go. I'm done with them. I'd imagine Chimera will probably be the last one. Although, there might be a couple enemies I haven't even seen on this pass through here yet. And there's like 4 of them in the snowy area, I think. Yeah, the Marusu guy, he seems a little less... Or, yeah, a little less likely to encounter him too. So, I would imagine those will take a little longer too. And once I'm getting to the point where we have captured most of the enemies and I'm getting a lot of them that say that I've reached the limit, I probably won't stick around just hoping to find the right ones. I mean, that's what I'll end up having to do, but I'll probably go to the Calmlands and see where we're at and how many I need. That way I can be a little more specific with it instead of grinding for stuff that I don't need. Well, there's another Chimera, though. Yeah, these aren't worth that much at this point, so I'm not getting very many sphere levels. No, I don't want to do that. I guess I kind of forgot that I can still trigger that here. We'll run away from it, except I could have had another encounter in there, probably. Since I made my way over here, though, let's go back into this area and farm for these ice fiends, or frozen, whatever you want to call them.
Enough.
Yeah, I think there's the wolf, the flan, an eyeball, and a shelled enemy here. Just wanted to go back over here quick because you remember we fought the enemy that knocked us down through the ice. Well, there is a hole in the ice here now. Could walk all the way back to the temple, but if you try to go back to Makalania Temple now, at the door, there's going to be an enemy that you have to fight that we can't really handle yet. I don't know if I've talked too much about him because I didn't want to really spoil things, but we're at the point now where I'm going to be gearing up to try to face him. So there are a bunch of super bosses throughout the game related to the temples and the aeons. Guess I'll kind of just leave it at that. Before I start getting too strong, I'll probably go try to beat one of them and just show you how tough they are. And yeah, they're spread throughout the game to the point that if you weren't aware that they're there, you could easily just stumble across one and have a game over. And I think they start showing up after the events where we're branded as traitors and we're like in the Via Jurifico. I think after we escape from Bavel.
Farewell.
When they send out the hit squad, kind of. Not in the original North American release of the game, but in like the HD remasters and in the international version, I believe they were added in.
Yeah. Enough.
I'm not sure which one will take the longest out here. Seems like the eyeball I probably haven't seen quite as often. The wolves should be first because I can get them two at a time. There might be other groupings that have other enemies too, though. With two of them, I don't know. So far, the only one I've seen two of those, the wolves.
Farewell.
And yeah, sorry for the next few sessions. I am going to try to keep them at an hour here now. But we are going to be doing enemy capturing. So depending on your perspective, I'm not sure if that's going to be more or less boring than the Blitzball. It's a little less repetitive, I think, because you have a little more variety of enemies you can encounter. But for the most part, we're just going to be one-shotting everything and capturing it. Until I get to the harder areas. Like once I go back through the Cavern of the Stolen Faith, I probably won't be able to one-shot everything there. Or Mount Gigazet even. Then we got to go inside Sin. Those are going to be tough. Yet, I don't know. I might grind a little bit and get my power built up before I go back and do that. Just so it is still pretty fast. And we also have the Omega Dungeon, which that's even a step up from inside Sin for the most part. A couple of the enemies will be a little bit easier than some of the things I can encounter in Sin.
Farewell.
And we're done with the wolves out here. After I'm done with Makalania, though, I'll probably go to Besaid and we'll just start going in order with the really easy ones, getting them out of the way. But luckily for like Besaid and Kilika, there aren't that many enemies available there that I need to worry about capturing. Like Besaid, I think it's only 3 of them, maybe 4. And Kilika, likewise, might be like just 1 more than Besaid. Once you get to the high road, that's when you start getting pretty large variety. I guess, since I have it built up, let's see if I can still get the timing down for the attack reels here. Yep, you can hit it, get it on all 2s. That's when he's going to get 12 shots in. I don't need to capture this guy anyway, that's why I thought I'd do it on him. Yeah, so just imagine that with 100,000 damage on each time. And if you have a large group of enemies, it'll hit all of them too. It's not just going to go after one. I know at first it might seem like it's kind of difficult to get the slots to land on what you want, but eventually, if you try it enough times, you can get the timing worked out pretty well. Like, I wouldn't say I have the best kind of coordination for that kind of thing, and even I can do it pretty consistently. So there's hope out there. It's not like trying to do jump rope in Final Fantasy IX or something like that. That one I'd give up after like 150, I think, is about the most I ever got to. And you gotta do it's either like 1,000, I think, in a row, or I think it's 1,000. Could be more than that, though. Just remember it being very daunting and kind of out of reach.
Farewell.
Okay. The flames are done too. I might start fleeing from those then. Because I would imagine, I think fleeing is still faster than fighting 3 enemies, even if you're one-shotting them.
Live and let live.
Yeah, that's pretty fast. Too bad it still has to go to the screen, showing you that you didn't get any items or experience. Okay. It's an ambush, but at least I got the eye here.
Enough.
Yeah.
Live and let live.
Yeah, that is a much more common encounter here, it seems like. Maybe if I went to the other areas, like on the way to the temple, I'd get better rates with different encounters, but from what I remember, I always just did it out in front of the travel agency here. And we can
I'll
see
be right
we've
back.
seen the other enemies here, the shell guy and the eye guy. It's just now that I don't need them anymore, we're getting that flame in the wolves all the time. Okay. Yeah, I mean, at least this one, get the one eyeball here.
Enough.
And Waka's overdrive gauge is filled up again. I think if you get it to the point where you have his celestial weapon on and like you take on a group of 3 and you kill them all with the overdrive, it'll automatically refill it. I think it needs 3 though. Well, at least I got one of these guys here, because that's probably the one that I'm falling farthest behind on. The map debt. An interesting name for some of the enemies in this game. Like otherwise, a lot of the Final Fantasies, it seems like, yeah, they'll add in new enemies as they go through the series, but you also see repeats of a lot of the regular ones. And I mean, I know you get some of those in here too, like you have the Cactuars, Tonberries, Ochus, Marlboros. I think.
I'll be right back.
I think they have imps, right? Like one of those magical type of enemies, I think is called an imp in one of the areas of this game. But that's a pretty staple type of enemy. Come on.
I won't go so easy on you next time.
Maybe I will try and going at least down along the path here, see if that makes any difference. If I start getting different encounters, it'll at least give me a confirmation bias in my head that it was making a difference.
Enough.
The last one of them I encountered was kind of over here too, so even if it's not true, it's kind of making me think it. Yep, and there we got another one. Still need the evil eyes though.
Farewell.
Went a little bit too far. I don't even know if we get random encounters in this area. I walked up to the hole and back last time and it didn't give me any, so I don't think you do. Not until you get back to the path leading to the temple on the other side of the lake there. Okay, one of them.
Enough.
Okay. Yeah, it's not like these guys are any kind of a threat really, even with even with an ambush.
Farewell.
we do still have 3 celestial weapons that I need to finish. One of them is involved in the monster capturing here, though. Pretty sure that's where we end up getting Orin's sigil. Yuna's is in Remium Temple, where we did the Chocobo race underneath it. And Titus's is from doing the Chocobo racing game.
Farewell.
Yeah, hate that one. I'll try it a few times, but if I get too frustrated, I can't guarantee I'll be able to do it. But I explained before, and I'll explain it again when I'm working on it, what you need to do to get the sigil. Okay, there's my map bit again. Gotta be getting closer to it now. On the eyes and the shells.
Farewell.
Gotta have at least 6 or 7 of each, I think. Okay, there's the eye. Still capturing.
Enough.
Yeah, sometimes with these guys, I will say, like, the eyeball or the shell guy. Just because I know what their names are, roughly, but since they use the same skin, or the same type of enemy, but just have multiple versions of them throughout the game, I sometimes have a hard time remembering which one's in which area, so...
Farewell.
Alright, we still captured that one. Okay, back to the bad one.
I won't go so easy
Don't
on
need
you
you
next
guys.
time.
Still got cocky Titus there. Okay, is this gonna be it?
Take that.
No, still captured. Didn't really mean to have Orin go after him, but he can at least capture him too, so I guess it's not a big deal who I have target what here. I would still have to imagine he has a better shot at missing that kind of enemy though. Out of habit, I always just have Waka go after them.
I won't go so easy on you next time.
Okay, mapped it.
Farewell.
Still going. Don't need you
Let
guys.
live.
ambushed. Can't touch Walker though. You know, with that you can, I guess. Still going. I'll have to go and sell some of this stuff that I keep picking up from drops eventually, or I'll get full of my weapon and armor inventory again.
Farewell.
Still captured. The eyeballs are actually pretty important for my leveling up strategy, because the enemy that the guy at the Coliseum creates from getting all of the eyes in the game, I think, is the one that gets me some drops that I'm gonna need. And he's pretty easy to take out too, compared to some of the other creations that guy gives you. Alright, I know I'm done with the eyes now, the evil eyes, so I'm just looking for more map debts. Might be done with them too, but I at least want to encounter one more to know for sure. Okay, hopefully this will be it. Had to be an ambush too, huh? Okay, we're done with the icy guys. Head back into the woods. Probably get another encounter on the way, but that's fine. It's not worth going to the menu to equip the no encounters, I don't think. And of course, now I get another map did here right away.
I'll be
Even
right
though
back.
it was the hardest one to find overall. Yeah, I guess the Evil Eyes and the Mapdets came out pretty close to about the same time. Just not as common as the Plans and the Wolves. And like I'd said for this area, I think we've encountered at least one of everything, but we just need to max it out. And this time, let's not hit that butterfly. Alright, good. Chimera.
Yeah.
Although I think I did get some of those during the butterfly game, so I actually might be closer to maxing them out than I thought. That enemy here, other than the wasps, that seems like a fairly rare one too. I said Zyphos or something like that? Yeah.
Farewell.
We're done with the wasps. Okay, there's another one of them. I think chimeras and Zyphos are more likely to appear in this section, because this is farther into the woods, kind of. So the weaker enemies appear towards the beginning more so. I think they still have a chance of appearing though, it's just
Say your prayers.
probably your percentages.
Farewell.
I think I'll just make this loop through the woods here, and by the time I get out to the save sphere at the beginning, probably where I'll call it for today.
See ya!
Okay, another chimera. I've gotten quite a few Zyphos and Chimeras just since I came back into the woods here even, so really should be getting closer on them. Yeah, like I've had 4 or 5 of them, I think, just since I got back in from the travel agency. And I had at least 1 or 2 on the trip through the woods the first time.
Farewell.
Still not done though. Went quite a ways without an encounter there. Yeah, it's still going quite a ways without an encounter. Finally. And once again, this one.
Farewell.
Okay, now we're done with that one. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and call it here for today. We did finish up Blitzball, so that was one of the bigger kind of repetitive tasks. Monster capturing is kind of that way too. And then when we do our stack grinding, that'll get kind of repetitive as well. I think I'll probably keep that all in. I know that's more of a live stream type of format almost, but I just want to be thorough with this, and I don't really have the setup or the time to do live streams at this point. Otherwise I kind of would, but I don't really have the proper equipment to do that. The videos are a lot easier for me to be able to do. But yeah, we'll call it here for today. We'll pick up next time and stay in the woods here and continue capturing for a little while. Hopefully it won't take too much longer. And then we'll go to the Calm Lands and check in with the guy there, see where we're at, and hit up Besaid and Kilika. See how many areas we can get done next time. Should be able to like do more than one. I think the lake here is one of the more time-consuming areas for capturing, so yeah, some of the other ones will be pretty fast. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you've been enjoying the content so far, please like, comment, and subscribe or follow, and we'll catch you next time.